on the next Rick and Morty.
Here it is. Froopy Land.
This is a nightmare. I can't believe you used to lock me up in this glorified chicken coop.
Chicken coop? Those are procedurally generated clouds, Beth. That river is a rainbow, literally. Come on, I put real elbow grease into this place.
You're supposed to put elbow grease into your daughter.
Gross.
Rick and Morty, next Sunday at 11:30.
A dad makes a toilet look like R2-D2 and it breaks the front page of Reddit. But I'm Charles Manson because I gave you your own world instead of an iPad.
So third season, we were going to do an interdimensional cable episode, but then Morty found out the Mind Blower Vault existed, and instead of doing it, he had to look at all the mind blowers. So blame Morty if you wanted that episode this season.
We are all a collection of our experiences, our memories. We're supposed to learn from them, and we're supposed to process them.
Is Morty eternally Morty because every time he has an opportunity to become something other than Morty, he or Rick keeps removing that potential? And also, does Morty keep making the decision to remove bad things that happen to him because he keeps removing them?
How many of these are just horrible mistakes I've made? I mean, maybe I'd stop making so many if I let myself learn from them.
The bigger picture of this episode is that these adventures are having a way more profound and powerful effect on Morty than we realized. And once again, Rick took the easy way out.
I think that it's interesting that Rick knows that there are some things that are so big that it's not that you grow, it just destroys you.
You simply have to choose.
Summer!
And so yeah, maybe Rick is a piece of shit for taking too many memories out from Morty, but he's keeping the guy going too by taking this stuff out.
I'd do it. If there's nothing I can do about a piece of information and all it does is make me enjoy life less, period, if that's all, then yeah, why not knock it out of there? You do that with a tooth.
Man, I have a lot of memories I wish I could make go away. Let go of your baby. Let go of your baby. Come here. Put the money in the bag. Put the money in the bag. Fuck, it's the cops. Who called the cops? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I meant to shoot the guard. I meant to shoot the guard.
Hey everybody, new Rick and Morty, let's break it down. If you are just finding me for the first time, be sure to subscribe to get everything. There'll be giveaway stuff at the end of the video too. The really important thing about this episode is getting context for what happened to most of the Beths in the multiverse when Rick went away on adventures. Because you have to remember that now this Rick has been to at least 2 different dimensions since the show started. And on top of that, he'd said he'd been to over like 300 different versions of Earth's moons, meaning that he's jumped to countless other dimensions. So C-137 Rick's original Beth could be somewhere way out there in the multiverse. We have no idea which one this is, other than it's the one that's experiencing the divorce storyline.
I've been to 300 versions of Earth's moon, including this one, and I've never seen signs of a regular dude, as you describe him, hanging out up there. We have to pack up and move to a new reality, Morty. You know, I said we could only do that a couple of times. We're f***ed over here.
So important thing to remember, C-137 Rick, but not C-137 Beth. But in the way that things can be very similar between realities, I think we can assume that this version of Beth is very close to what happened with C-137 Beth. But I love the way he created a Froopy Land to be sort of her daycare. It's sort of like an Adventure Time situation where you have Finn and Jake running around. She had this great big place that Rick imagined would be the ultimate fantasy land for a little girl. But obviously, you know, the whole thing is that Beth is like, I really wanted my father to be here. But a lot of the comedy of the clip here is just him trying to get her to acknowledge how amazing it is technologically. Like, look at how much work I had to do to turn a real-life rainbow into a waterfall. But the title of the episode is the ABCs of Beth, so there might be some sort of literal ABCs happening in this, because it sounds like this is where she received a lot of her education. But a lot of you have also guessed that the title is a play on the ABCs of Death, which is a horror anthology series, so there might be some elements of that in this. But Morty's Mind Blowers was kind of the anthology episode because it was interdimensional cable without actually being interdimensional cable. So we'll see what parodies they baked into this. But I do love the way they talk about Morty's mind blowers and acknowledge the idea that Morty's the way he is because he keeps getting memories removed, meaning that he can't move forward, like he can't grow as a person because he keeps getting all this progress pulled out of him because some of it just winds up being so harmful and damaging to him. One of my favorites, and it's an amazing example that they included the clip, is when he gets pulled off of the level area and starts going insane.
Everything's crooked. Reality is poison. I want to go back. I hate this.
What's his deal?
Morty. Go to school, Summer. I'll go in Morty's memory and do a little